Well, well, well. Would you look at that? It's you again, huh? You just can't get enough of Rider Rewind. With me, Michael! After all, it's the show that covers news about Rider drivers, engine devices, and figures released in the last 2 to 3 weeks. With another nonsensical intro out of the way, we can start this episode for real. First up is another step in Bandai's plan to officially merchandise every single little thing you can possibly think of. That's right, we've got another premium belt set. This time it's a DX Hiden01 driver high-spec belt and progress holder. But what is it exactly? Well, as you would have probably guessed, it's a CSM style belt replacer for the DX01 driver. It's been made to look closer to what the belt looked like in the show and allows for bigger waist sizes than the original DX belt allowed for to wear it. Now sizes between 75 and 100 cm waist size can wear the belt too. It also comes with holders for your progress keys, as you would expect. And that's everything. It's just a simple replacer and does what it needs to do. One small thing I feel like mentioning is that when we got this type of belt for the DX Desire driver, it was because they're not making a CSM for that one. Bandai has not confirmed whether it's the same for the 01 driver, but it's a good thing to keep in mind anyways. Up next is the premium Bandai DX Shinobi race buckle, seen in the TTFC special Kamen Rider Tycoon meets Kamen Rider Shinobi. Before we actually cover what it does, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The buckle. Your eyes do not deceive you. It truly is just a ninja buckle repaint. Personally, I don't mind that, but it seems a lot of other people do. Now, if it was just a repaint, then it'd be a poor P-Bandai. So let's go over the things Bandai thinks make it worth being a P-Bandai, shall we? Here's how to use it. First, slap the buckle onto your preferred side of the driver. Then, pull on the kunai to transform into Kamen Rider Tycoon Shinobi form. It's that easy. If you press the button on the bottom of the buckle, you will hear voice lines from Sakurai Keiwa, voiced by Ryuga Sato, before and after you transform. And that's it. Again, whether this is worth being a P-Bandai is up to you. I'm simply the man who brings the news. Here's our first, and sadly only, S.H.F of the day. The S.H.Figuarts Shinkocho Seiho Kamen Rider Cougar Rising Pegasus form. From, well, I mean, do I really have to tell you where it's from? This figure represents Cougar in his upgraded Pegasus form and as such comes with beautiful golden armor pieces. The figure stands at 145mm tall, and just like with the previous Shinkocho Seiho figures, is shaped like Cougar's suit actor to make it as close to the show as can be. Biggest difference from the Shinkocho Seiho Pegasus figure is the new armor pieces and the gold trim all over the suit. The figure also comes with the Rising Pegasus bowgun and of course that wonderful set of interchangeable hands. We're now at our second KO item of the day, the DX Bujin sword buckle, which, sadly, is also a premium Bandai item. Let's go over how to use it. First things first, you need your sister to get killed. Then, once you've hit that step, you slap both sides of the buckle onto the Desire driver. Then, unsheath the sword in the middle and you'll transform into Bujin sword form. If you sheath and unsheath the sword again, you activate the finisher. Do that twice and you activate the second finisher, which looks like it's very fun to do. Now, as you more than likely are still confused as to why in John Toei's named this buckle as a P-Bandai, I'll explain it to you. It's got lights! The buckle has lights in it that don't just come from the Desire driver, so it's a P-Bandai. Thank you, Bandai! Recently, Konami unveiled their 25th anniversary treat, which was a full-scale Kaiba case. Bandai, seeing how much that was selling, decided they too wanted a piece of the case cake. As such, allow me to introduce you to the CSM Fights Gear Box. This case serves two purposes, to store all the upcoming CSM Fights Gear 2.0 stuff, and to serve as a show-accurate showpiece. It's got space to store your Fights driver, Fights phone, Fights pointer, and the Fights shot. The Fights driver specifically can be stored by removing the belt from the buckle and replacing it with the included storage belt. Aside from that, it does absolutely nothing. I mean, it's a case. I don't know what else you would want from it. Speaking of cases, here we have the support mission box Kamen Rider Oshikatsu set, which has more boxes than you could ever really need. These are special Bikuri boxes used by the various sponsors of the DGB for their favorite riders. We have a Keiwa box, Nago box, and a Buffa box. The Geeks box is sold separately. These boxes can hold your buckles, ID cores, and Desire drivers. Aside from just being storage boxes, this set also comes with an empty Desire card and a Desire Royale invitation card. And again, that's all there is to this, so let's move on to the last item of today, shall we? That last item being the P-Bandai DX Memorial Laser Race Riser. You heard that right, the Laser Race Riser is already getting a re-release. Since I covered the Laser Race Riser not that long ago, I'll just go over what's new with this release. First difference is that the Laser Race Riser now looks exactly like the prop in the show. even though it already looked nearly identical. The next difference is that it comes with all of the Raise Riser cards in one set, as opposed to split over two. It has higher quality sound effects and larger sound effect library too. Oh, and it also comes with a dialogue mode which has various voice lines from all of the 4 sponsors, including them saying Henshin. The last thing I can mention is that it also comes with sound effects for Beroba's new Queen form and Kekera's new King form, whose Raise Riser cards can only be gotten as a pre-order bonus for this release. And as far as we know, it's not getting any other release. I was originally not going to mention it, but I felt like some of you guys would kill me if I didn't, so there you go. And that was episode 15 of Rider Rewind, a especially fun one, seeing as over half of the releases this time are P-Bandai products. Just great, isn't it? Anyways, if you're in the market for any of these things, or just need a fix of Toku products, then be sure to visit the Toku Source, your one-stop shop for anything and everything Tokusatsu. If you're in need to complain about some of these P-Bandai releases to like-minded people, then come and join the Toku Source Discord. Oh, and if you just can't get enough of me, then come over to my Twitter, where I'll be sure to post more about Yu-Gi-Oh! Than Kamen Rider. Alright, that's plenty out of me. See you all next time!